With the approach of the Yemei Hadin coming up shortly, everybody surely is thinking what to do, what can we do to defend ourselves. We know that each and every one of us, Yavrun Lufonecha Kivnei Moron, we pass single file in front of the heavenly court, and we have to defend ourselves. And everybody is trembling as to what can we do to survive this day of judgment. The first thing, we have to know how to daven. In this awesome day, how should we daven? We find in Chazal that there are many ways to express tefillah, davening. There are 10 ways, in fact. The Medrash in Voeschanan says. And out of all these 10 expressions of tefillah, Moshe Rabbeinu, umikulam lo nispalel Moshe ela b'loshen tachnunim. Of all the expressions of davening, of praying, Moshe Rabbeinu used the expression Voeschanan el Hashem. Voeschanan means that Moshe Rabbeinu prayed, he davened, but Voeschanan means, according to the Meforshim, Voeschanan means matnas chinam. Ribbono shel Olam, I'm davening to you, not because I deserve you to help me, not because I'm so good and I learn Torah and do chesed, and that's not why that's not how to approach Hashem. And Moshe Rabbeinu did not approach Hashem that way, even though Moshe Rabbeinu had many zchusim, many merits. He did not say, Ribbono shel Olam, help me because I deserve it. No, he said, help me, give it to me as a gift, even though I don't deserve it, even though I don't necessarily deserve it. Have Rahmanas on me. Have mercy. And this is really the meaning of what we say throughout the davening on Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Yom Rosh Hashanah. Rachameinu korachem of albonim. Ribbono shel Olam, have Rahmanas on us. You're our Father in heaven. Rachameinu, have mercy on us. We're not deserving. We don't really deserve to be helped. We could do a lot better than we do. But help us anyway, Ribbono shel Olam. Help us like a father has mercy on his son. And how does a father have mercy on his son? We find incredibly in Shmuel Beis, Perek Yud Tes Pasuk Aleph, we find that when David HaMelech was informed that his son Avshalom was killed, it says in the Pasuk, Vayirgaz HaMelech, he trembled, and he walked, and he cried, and he said, B'ni, 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 my son, my son, my son, 8 times. 8 times. And he had so much Rahmanas on his son. And the question is, why did David HaMelech have so much Rahmanas on his son? Who was Avshalom? Who was David HaMelech's son? He was a sinner. He was a moirid b'malchus. He was rebelling against his father, David HaMelech. And he wanted to kill his father. And he committed atrocious acts of immoral conduct with his fathers, with David HaMelech's concubines. B'fahesya, he did it openly. Why is David HaMelech crying so much? Crying and crying and crying. But we see from here that there's no bound, there's no bounds, there's no grenitz, there's no gvul for the rachamim, for the mercy that's implanted in the heart of a father for his son. He didn't even reckon with his evil that Avshalom had. He just reckoned with, he's my son, he's my flesh and blood, and for that he cried so much. So we see, Rachmanis is the way we have to go. We have to daven to Hashem. But we say, Rachameinu karachem of albonim. A father has tremendous mercy, has tremendous mercy on his son. No matter who his son is, he's his flesh and blood. And that's what we have to ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ribbono Shel Olam, help us, not because we deserve to be helped. Help us because you're our Father, we're your children. Help us like a father helps his child. Help us the way David HaMelech had Rachmanis so much on his son who was a sinner. Chazal go even further. That David HaMelech, the Gemara in Saita, Daf Yud Amud Beis, and Rashi brings it in Shmuel, in the Navi, that David HaMelech said, B'ni, 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 8 times. And Chazal tell us that that 7 times he cried, he took Avshalom out of Shiva Medurei Gehenim, Chazal. He was low down in Gehenim. He took him out of the 7 stages of Gehenim. He brought him L'chaye Da'aisei La'alma Diosi. He brought him to Olam Haba. Such is the power, such is the Rachmanis that a father has for his son. He was able to take him out of Gehenim, out of the lowest depths of Gehenim, out of the seventh stage of Gehenim, and bring him up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times B'ni, and the 8th B'ni, my son, David HaMelech was able to bring him up L'chaye Olam Haba. This is the way we have to daven to Hashem. This is what we hope for, that Hashem will have Rachmanis on Klal Yisrael, on Eretz Yisrael, on every individual of Klal Yisrael. Hashem will have Rachmanis, Karachim of Albonim, like a father has mercy on his son. And for this we hope and pray. We should be zeicher to this. To a Shana Toiva u'Mesuka, we should have all Aksiva v'Chsima Toiva, Lanu u'Lechol Yisrael. Amen, Amen, v'Amen. I want to conclude with a question. I once heard or saw somewhere, and I don't remember where, when I was looking for it I couldn't find it, but that Reb Chaim Shmulevich, Zecher Tzadik Levrocha, would go every year to the grave of Avshalom, Yad Avshalom, and I have an idea what it's about, but if anybody could help me with any specific, with any possibilities to speculate as to why, of all people, of all graves that he would go to, he made sure to go to the grave of Avshalom. So if anybody could help me, please use the email. And I have my own idea, maybe we'll talk about it at another occasion. We should all be zeicha to aksiva v'chsima tova lanu u'lechol Yisrael. Amen v'yamein.